Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast.
Where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
With trap beats playing in the background. Guten Morgen.
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
News this week.
You said what?
I said news this week.
Oh yeah, we have 30 minutes. Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Like, I saw, quick aside, I saw somebody on TikTok that they posted.
Make it out the gate. That's cool.
I mean, it's going to, they had like a skin thing, and then somebody, people in the comments was like, they in the comments saying you got 30 minutes.
That's one of my favorite little social media things when it's like I saw somebody say, well, not like that. Like they in the comments saying that.
Yeah.
Because I saw somebody said comments are annoying to me because I'm like, we could just read the one that the person said. Mm-hmm. But those are funny. Like, girl, they saying.
They in the comments saying you 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. Okay, well, speaking of somebody with 30 minutes, let's get into the news this week. Juilliard has terminated one of their violin faculty members' employment after, quote, an investigation into reported misconduct.
Why can't y'all just teach the violin? Like, why gotta be a little razzle dazzle? You can't play trumpet. You gotta assault someone. You can't teach violin. You gotta assault someone. Like, just do the thing. Like,
I don't know. This is the violinist by the name of Lee Lin. His employment was terminated as of November 8th of this year. It says that there was an independent investigation into reported misconduct determined he violated the school's policies and standards. He served as a professor of violin at the Juilliard School since 2014. And he has a full studio of more than 30 pre-college, undergraduate, and postgraduate students who are now, I don't know what they finna do. I mean, yeah. He's a former faculty member of the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, where he taught for more than 2 decades, and he's also a teacher at the Perlman music program. So yeah. Well, he also was removed from the Perlman music program's website. I don't know, I'm sure it's the trends on his Google is going up. So
yeah, they were like, yeah.
Just like that other dude they got right out of there at Indiana.
They packed him up so bad. I forgot about him.
Packed him up real bad. I haven't checked in on that though, because sometimes they love a good slide back and pack up. And go around the back. And and they love that
music.
Like, so it doesn't really say any details about what he had going on, but they do like. I mean, last week we talked about the New York Philharmonic and how they found. In their investigation, they let those 2 guys go, and even though they let them go, they was like, yeah, so we're not telling y'all any of the details. So, they love that because you don't want that circulating and stuff like that. But I mean, Juilliard gonna have students regardless. Y'all are safe.
But in the middle of semester,
yeah, that's.
I mean, better that than having.
I mean, yeah.
But like, what y'all gonna do? Oh, I mean, it's Juilliard. You can find a teacher. They probably find a teacher before they. Let him know that they probably put him on paid leave and found someone else, or worse, you're working with a grad student.
I wonder if he was on leave before this. It didn't say because he's terminated now. Like,
yeah, they probably put him on paid leave or unpaid leave depending on.
What, before this?
Yeah.
We had pending investigation probably. Okay, well, we'll just do one more since we have 30 minutes. The Kitchener Waterloo Symphony musicians have brought their orchestra back from bankruptcy. I thought this was a nice story because we've been reading about orchestras that have been having some financial woes. The orchestra's bankruptcy was annulled after the players revamped the board, consulted with creditors, and brought plans before the Ontario Superior Court of Justice. They've been able to get a proposal approved by the Superior Court of Justice to annul the bankruptcy after the orchestra banded together and did that. So last year in September, they canceled their entire 2023-24 season because they had financial constraints. And then some of the players who have been on unemployment insurance during the summer break received only 48 hours notice that they would not be proceeding with the season. So this kind of insane.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because if you operate that kind of slackness, girl, I could see why.
It's a lot of people hanging on by a freaking thread.
Because 48 hours notice, you knew how bad it was finna be.
You said, what did was y'all playing the lotto? Y'all thought like, oh, we playing scratch off, so let's see if we.
Because it's giving, maybe I need some new leadership. Because why would you? That's insane. That's not insane.
Yeah. 48 hours kind of insane. Because I just don't understand what, maybe they would, I don't know what they would have been waiting for. You know, was it waiting for some last ditch effort? I don't know.
But so if you got people on ice, you still should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand.
These aren't your homegirls. Like, yikes. They turned it around though.
Yep.
Period. What they say, late in the midnight hour, hit at that boat.
Yeah, it says that the orchestra, they coaxed a local arts administrator out of retirement to chair the board, and they spent months working through alternative funding options with the orchestra's creditors, and ultimately that's what led them to being able to turn it around. So shout out to them. They said they put out a statement. Bill Poole, who was the guy who came and chaired the board, he said, quote, "It's as if the bankruptcy never happened. Our incorporation documents and our charitable registration number exist, and we're ready to start business again as if nothing happened, with the added benefit that we have no debt at this point." Period. Y'all better than me.
Right. What's that man's name? Right there, so I can call. So I can call him.
Right.
Come look at my papers, cause.
Yeah. I won't say what I'm gonna say, but yeah.
Trump in office, I'm actually gonna have to pay it back.
And then some.
Oh my god! Have you been paying attention to the loony bin that he gonna have in the cabinet? I haven't paid. I stopped listening after Matt Gaetz got what's his name?
Gates, I think.
Gates. What did Colin Joe say? Oh, actually, I can't say that on here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh wait, I can't say that real bad.
I was like, whoa.
Oh, well, I can't say.
I remember hearing that joke. I was like, whoa.
I remember, at first, I was like, I got confused with something Michael Shea said, and then I remember the verbiage. It was a little. Yeah, actually, never mind. If he said it a different way, he wouldn't be wrong. It was the verb of choice. Yeah. There were a couple of times during Weekend Update I was like, yeah. Oh.
They do it a lot.
Oh, like, I didn't know we could. I'm like, you can say this on live TV? There was a lot of times. Yeah, I don't know. There was one sketch they did. Oh, you could just have a penis on stage now? Can you do that? On live TV? I know the kids are asleep, but I'm just like, on live TV, you could have a.
Maybe they don't air that sketch.
Oh, that's. I wonder. Did they blur it out?
I don't even know what.
I'm gonna look it up. It was like they did like a sketch for Thanksgiving, and it was like a baking show, and it's like. The one weird thing of the sketch was like, because every sketch has like one weird thing. Like it seems normal and it's one weird thing. And the one weird thing was like everyone was really bad at baking, except for this one person who didn't win the thing. So this one dude like didn't really make a cake. He made some type of robot thing. One dude like made some like kindergarten looking cake. One lady made an amazing cake who didn't win. And then this one person made like a penis. Excuse me. And I put like, it made it look like, made the penis part the turkey's head and then whatever. And I looked at it and I was like, I'm not approved. But you can have this on TV? SNL went there last week. Like they went there, like normally it's like up to the line. It was like,
okay.
Like, yeah, never mind. I can't say that joke. I didn't think it was funny. I confused it with something else. Cause I just remembered the Frankenstein and the other creature. And normally it's only Michael Shea, so I'm glad that he's having that effect on him. Anyway, because Michael Shea doesn't care about being problematic, which we don't have time to dive into today. But okay, so speaking of problematic, for the intermission this week, I thought it would be fun because we Dalanie were yapping, which is why we have 30 minutes. And we were talking about stand partners, and I just want to know who's the worst stand partner that you've had.
Right. So I was just telling Katie.
First and last name and social, please.
I was about to say, I was going to say his name, but.
I think we'll get to mine. I don't know if I have a specific name because I can't remember the name. But okay.
I remember mine. And I feel like, I don't know why. I feel like when we talked about it beforehand, I started to get a little tight. And I feel like I've told that story before and have not gotten tight. But I'm just like, I don't know. That was just a bad memory. Like, I just don't.
Because we led up to it. We was just talking about misogyny, which is going to be one of my favorite episodes once I'm in a position to really air you niggas out. Sorry. I said it last week. I said it again. Like, the way some of these people in classical music be talking to women. Oh, that's going to be my favorite day of classically black. Like, and one of them, you know.
I mean, and if y'all missed that post, that Berlin Philharmonic post that we did, and people in the comments arguing about whether or not misogyny is a thing. I don't know what y'all doing.
It's very much a thing. Like, the way you talk to women, I'm like, okay.
I think also it probably got me tight because I've evolved, you know, of course, this was in high school. And there's just there's ways that I would respond to things now that I maybe wouldn't have then. And anyway, my worst stand partner was in high school. And some people I follow was probably gonna know who it is when I describe them. But yeah, I remember the first time we met, I shook his hand and he squeezed my hand to the point where I'm like, I feel like he was trying to hurt me. And I said, ow. And he just said, yeah. And like walked away. And it was just like very strange. Like, okay. And also, by the way, I was at a new school. Yeah, everybody's gonna know who this is. I was at a new school, like, so I didn't know anybody. I knew a couple people, but like, you know, in orchestra, like this is my first time in orchestra there. And that happened. And I also remember I had a situation, like I actually did not own an instrument of my own until college. And so my situation with having an instrument at school was difficult because I'm a bass player. And so there were some times where I didn't have a bass to play because I took the bus to school. Yeah. And so I remember one time I was sitting out in orchestra and there was a bug in like around, and it's like some people was, you know, freaking out and stuff like this. And then he said, "That's why orchestra is no place for a woman."
Also, you freaking, like, what you finna do? You gonna grab your lunch pail and head down to the factory? Is it 1932? What a stupid thing, weird thing to say. Like, yeah. Also, what about orchestra is no place for a woman?
And I'm just like, how are you, as a, I don't know, maybe 17-year-old in Los Angeles, like, how do you even come to that conclusion?
Like, very weird.
Very, very, very strange. And he was also a weird guy, and I feel like I spent a lot of time thinking like he's very weird, like what. And then I came to the conclusion, I'm like, oh, he's just an asshole. He's also weird, but he's like also just an asshole. Like the way I don't even know how to explain the way that he would behave, but like it made you think that there was something more to it. But I'm like, he's kind of quirky, and he's also he's an asshole. And I just did not enjoy being around that person. Like I remember one time we did a playing test where sometimes you would do it individually, but this time for whatever reason, our conductor decided to do it in stand, so in pairs, and he said something like that. He bet I was like glad that I was playing with him, or like something to that effect. I really don't remember. It's like 10 years ago, but
it's like sometimes I'm like, I have this thing where I go back and forth, like, should people pay for what they did for the rest of their lives? That sounds dramatic, but like I think about this one dude, and I'm not gonna say exactly what he said to me. He was actually terrible. He's an actor now, and I said if I ever came across him at an audition, I will make sure he didn't get the role. But then I was like, that was literally in middle school. Like,
you don't ask me because I'm good for
I go back and forth because it's like, should you? Because
I was about to say, paying for the rest of your life. You're just paying for that one time, a long time from now. Like, you know, it's not like you gonna ruin.
And he was a kid when he did it. You know, that's another thing.
I mean, technically, this guy was a kid. We was old enough to know not to be rude.
Yeah, cause I have just a theory. Like, I think kids know what they do.
Like, if I'm over it, yeah, it really just depends on if I'm over it or not.
Cause like am I over Oh, I can't say this because y'all don't think. Am I over? His name is Aubrey.
See that name?
Yeah, that name.
Oh wow! I was thinking of somebody else.
Oh, you talking about Drake?
Yeah.
Well, so we 3 for 3. So. Oh wait, no, not she. Just a dog.
So Katie be for kids. She be for dogs. Who's safe?
Well.
No, because
I was.
Gloria, you had her up.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I was with my grandma for a little bit. Because I just feel like people know what they're doing and people know what they're saying. I just feel like we gotta hold people accountable. Like I don't care who you are. Children, I might do a little because that little girl wasn't wrong. But I might when I'm in the classroom, I don't have a vendetta against you. I'm not treating you poorly. You're a child. But like in the back of my mind, I'm like, but this little girl did cut up like. And also that little girl was particularly heinous. Anyway, Aubrey was very, very rude to me, and I didn't do anything to him. I never said anything to Aubrey when this was particularly in Miss Williams. I wonder if Miss Williams is still alive. Miss Williams' 8th grade science class. He was particularly hellacious, and I do wish him. But if I see him, will I go? I mean, he has to live in LA. Last time I saw, he was like on a carpet like a couple of years ago, but it's like, this is where I run into conflicts with my religion because I'm just like, vengeance is the Lord, but if I can get a little piece of it, I'll take it. Like, that's pray for me as I pray for you. So I'll take that
up with a big guy later.
I'll deal with the repercussions later because vengeance is his, but it's also mine. Just a little bit. So
like you can't share.
Like
I thought sharing was caring.
You got 7 billion people to get vengeance to help get vengeance. Let me take some off of your plate.
Right. Like, and I feel like I don't even be in situations where I really need to be having vengeance. Like, I'm not a vengeful person. Like, I'm not a vengeful person. So it's like when he come through, I'm like, let me do a little vengey.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, you made a good point. Like, we're not vengeful people. So if I feel like I need to get vengeance against you, like, it has to be really extreme. Like,
that really got to me.
You really you must pay for this. And you must stuff I have to let go on a daily basis. Right. And I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna let that go. I can't let this one thing go. That's why I was like, because I was almost saying to your story, I was like, ooh, I wish him the worst. And I was like, oh, but that was like 10 years ago. Should he still have to pay for that for 10 years? It's up to you though. It's not me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I can't think of anything. I don't even know what he's doing now. So I can't think of any specific thing I would want. I don't even know any specific thing that I would wish on him.
I don't wish stuff on people. That's where I draw the line.
Oh, I do. But
except for the worst. But like that's like open ended.
Yeah, like I after this past election everything, and I just was like, I gotta start with some of y'all gotta go. Like, so I'll take that up with them later. But some of y'all, I had to. I'll be wishing stuff on people. Like,
I was kind of doing like a blanket. I remember one time I was with Peyton. I said something. I wish you the absolute worst. Not to Peyton, whatever. But and he was like, I just knew you were gonna say best.
No,
so I'm like, why would you think that?
No, I wish you nothing but the worst. Like,
sometimes it gotta be a blanket statement. Like,
and I do have to be careful because sometimes I be saying that, but then I don't really be meaning it. Like, somebody like, ooh, we had an argument in the grocery store. I wish you nothing but the worst. Okay, I don't wish that you die. Like,
yeah,
but like but not for nothing that small, yeah. But so I can't think of anything specific. But if I saw him, I would not. I don't think I would be friendly. Like, I would be, oh hey, but like I wouldn't. Yeah, like I just don't have no desire to ever see this person again.
That's the thing. We can. I'll cool with that. Like, if I just never see you ever again,
yeah,
I'll be good with that.
Yeah, I hope. And then there's some people. Okay. I don't hope anything bad, but also I don't hope that you're doing great. Like,
that's fair.
Like, I don't hope that you're a millionaire right now.
That's fair.
You can be, if you're leading a regular life, nice middle class life, fine, but nothing more.
Yeah, I just feel like
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
like thinking the other way. Like, I don't have to go all doom and gloom and whatever, but I hope you're doing just enough.
That's fair, which is like also terrible. because like you could be doing more, but none of your efforts succeed. So my worst stand partner, one of the reasons I've been very vocal about not like being principal. One, I'm just there to vibe. I think most people know that. I'm a healthy mix, an unhealthy mix of like being chalant and also being very nonchalant and very chalant. Like very, very chalant. This opposite sides of the spectrum. Like I don't care about certain things and I really care. And Vio's one of the things I am both chalant and nonchalant. Because what's the opposite of nonchalant? How come no one says chalant? You can't have nonchalant and not have chalant. Let's bring that back. Yeah. Or bring it up. Let's start using it. Nah, you can't say nonchalant. There has to be nonchalant. Yeah. Viola's one of the things. I just want to go to orchestra and vibe. I don't want no problems. I don't want a nasty principal. I just want to vibe. And so my junior year at ISU, no, my senior year at ISU, I did my biggest one. I got principal of chamber orchestra. Never have been principal again, and thank God, because my stand partner tried to outplay me the whole time. And I don't know how to explain that, because you're like, Katie, you just weren't prepared. No, I don't know. There's just a way that I just can't explain that kind of energy. Like, if you don't know what I mean, then you don't know what I mean. But like, she's just trying to outplay me the whole time. She's saying stuff to the section. You didn't get his thing. You're not the principal. You're not the girl. You're turning around giving comments to the section. Why are you doing that? And then I just kind of was like, I don't remember how I reacted. I don't think I ever talked to her. I think Katie today would have been like, yo, that's not your place to be doing that. But I think back then, I was just lit to be principal. I was like, dang, I really played down. Like, I really did my thing. Like, and yeah, that was probably the worst stand partner I ever had. And sometimes, what's that song? Let it all work out. What am I doing? What you doing? So, cause you just like, and I feel like, I'm not gonna say no names because like whatever. But yeah, one of us played with a professional orchestra and one of us kind of did what you're doing. So, I try to stay humble, but sometimes you got to pop your stuff because it's just like, sometimes you just got to, because people like to play with you. Like, okay, we'll just let it work out the way it's supposed to work out. The same way Josie, I don't know what happened to Josie, but since we saying names, Josie, when I was a freshman, I was really struggling at ISU because I was so bad at the viola for the first time in my life. I probably was always, but I was principal like 3 years at high school. Get to ISU dead last behind non-majors. Like it was a rough time. I was like, dang, I hate this thing. I hate this place. I'm just gonna go to dental school. Da da da. Boom. So me and Rachel, my friend Rachel, we hanging out in a little lobby or whatever in the hallway, whatever. The hallway went like, it was like a sitcom, went boom boom. So me and Rachel right here, we doing our thing. My teachers, she used to have her old office used to be right here. And Andrew, shout out to Andrew's in the St. Louis Symphony, was out of town. Everybody was panicking because we playing La Boheme, hard viola part. Boom. So Dr. Block will rotate us through. So because Andrew was out, and I think the ASTA conference was also happening at the same time, there was like, out of 10 violas, small school, state school, there was like 4 of us. Josie talking to my teacher, talking about, no, this other girl was trying to figure out like because the principal was in charge of figuring out who was going to play that night, because there was like 8 shows. You don't play every show. Andrew not there, so the girl's trying to figure it out. I hear Josie say, me and Rachel, we right around the corner like a sitcom. I hear Josie say, oh, don't leave me with them, talking about me and Rachel. Josie ended up dropping out all other type of stuff. I was just like, and where don't leave me with them, right? Don't leave me with you. Because one of us. Okay, so sometimes you just gotta let. Yeah. That's why when that dude, what's his name? P. Davidson. That's one of my favorite quotes. It's like, yeah. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite quotes because it really, like, I think it's my favorite quote ever from an unsuspected source. Like, you just gotta let people talk until you can. Yeah. Because 10 years later, Josie, what you doing? Holla at me, like, what's going on? Like, how did your fellowship go? Tell me about it. How did your professional orchestra job go? Tell me about it. How does Spoleto go for you? Okay, like, girl, how's your podcast going? Ain't doing nothing. Yeah, sometimes you gotta just talk. Like, that was crazy. But anyway, I forgot about that. This got me hot. I'm gonna calm down a little bit. That's so mean. Yeah. And it's like, could me and Rachel play? There was a lot of notes I did not know. Could we play every note? Like, no, but like. And I remember one night, Never forget. That was when I was like, that was second semester. I was like, I'm finna do this viola thing. Like, y'all not finna have me out here. Like, I'm finna learn this for real. I'm gonna be the best violist. I played that opening lick. I was sitting next to Andrew. I was sitting behind Andrew. He turned around and looked at me. I said, yeah. Because I worked my ass off for that part. Like, and that's why me and Andrew and y'all. So, yeah, I'll never forget that. I should have told my teacher she said that. But it's kind of like this freshman stuff. Like, don't leave me with them. Them? Girl, you wouldn't even tea like that. Like, damn.
Classical musicians love a good snobby moment.
Talking about don't leave me with them. Okay. Girl, that's when you dropped out. Okay. Topic time.
Right.
So a couple of months ago, I don't know, actually, who knows? We did an episode on ChatGPT, and I've been using ChatGPT a little bit. Like, I use it, professionally I use it all the time, but like personally, I think I used it low-key, and I remember listening to an Issa Rae interview a couple of days ago. She was like, she used it one time, like sometimes you just wanted to like give me ideas for what this could be. I think I was trying to like formulate a pilot, and I was like, give me ideas for what this could be. And I saw a list, and I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna do those, but it gave me something, and it's like a springboard. Y'all stop at the spring, y'all jump on it, and then like don't jump off of it. But like, it's like, give me a list of this, and it's like, okay. And sometimes it'd be like, oh, okay, I could take that and expand it. I never said write me open. I never said. I was like, give me a list of I forgot what I'll do anything. I'd be like, give me a list of Jamaican names. Give me a list of this, and I'll be like, okay, I know what to do now. And it's gotten so much better. So we thought we would try it again just to see like what it gave.
Yep. I can't remember when we did it last, but I have my question. I tried really hard to get ChatGPT to say something about Classically Black last time, and
it didn't work.
Nope. So I'm just gonna keep it real simple and ask it, what is Classically Black Podcast? So
that's crazy, because literally all you can do is look at the internet.
It says, the Classically Black Podcast is a show where two black classical musicians, Ade Williams and Carrie DAJP, delve into the intersection of classical music and black.
Ade Williams. Why Ade? Out of all people.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I'm gonna text her and be like, girl, you know they on the internet say you got a podcast.
Delve into the intersection of classical music and black culture. They discuss topics related to race, identity, and the classical music world, offering insightful commentary on issues affecting black musicians and performers. What drew you to the podcast? Yeah.
What was the second person?
Carrie DAJP.
What? Ask her to try again.
Just say try again?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, first sentence is the same. Same people, and this is the host share their insights, interview guests, and aim to amplify underrepresented voices in the genre. Our voices are underrepresented in this.
Yeah, girl.
It combines education with entertainment, making classical music more accessible and relatable to a broader audience. We do all those things, but I don't understand what they're drawing from. Because last time it told me different people, and they weren't even black. So,
do you know, like, who was Dalanie Harris?
I was just about to ask it that, especially because I can. Okay, let's see who. Because I'm like, how far back does their thing? I mean, how recent is the data that they're pulling from?
Oh, that's a good point. But
because I thought it got more recent because I knew it wasn't, and there would be a chance that it wouldn't say anything about us last time. But I thought maybe now it might be more. Dalanie Harris is a talented musician, known for her work as a violinist and educator. She gained recognition for her performances and contributions to the classical music community, often focusing on promoting diversity within the genre. Harris is also associated with various initiatives aimed at supporting and empowering underrepresented musicians. Would you like to know more about her background and specific projects? Yes, I would. Because I want to know more about my background as a violinist. Yeah. Wow. It says Dalanie Harris is a violinist and educator who has been active in promoting diversity in classical music. She has performed with various orchestras and chamber ensembles, showcasing her talent and dedication to the art form. In addition to her performance career, Harris is passionate about education and outreach, often working to inspire young musicians, particularly from underrepresented backgrounds. Harris is also involved in initiatives that advocate for inclusivity in the classical music community. She emphasizes the importance of representation and seeks to create spaces where diverse... Y'all say the same thing over and over and over again.
That's the thing with ChatGPT, like, you really can't use it as the only thing, because it's just saying a bunch of nothing.
Like, it's, and that's why I'm like, do y'all really think we can't tell when y'all use ChatGPT to write something? Like, and in the last sentence, if you're interested, I mean, I skipped some of it because they were saying more of the same, but it said if you're interested in specific projects she's worked on in her her educational initiatives, let me know. That's what you asked me last time, and I said yes. And Naria's specific project was named.
Like, that's a thing. Like, I remember I'm even gonna say who, because that's I can't say that either. I can't say their pet name either. But they sent me something. Okay, can you read this and da da da. I said, you have to like say the things you actually did, especially because the resume is tea. Like, can't nobody come with your resume. Like, nobody, like, you're that girl, but you can't let it do everything, because it's not saying anything specific, especially like the kind of places they were applying to. It would be really imperative for you to mention. Yeah. We've talked about this, but I'm not going to say, because, you know, I love this person very dearly. But I was like, yeah, so set aside an hour and get your fingers moving, girl. Yeah. Like, real bad.
Because ChatGPT not going to save you.
Because I remember, like, it was something I had written a while. Like, I really hate writing cover letters because I hate begging. And I asked it, I'm like, can you write me a cover letter? Just to, like, get my mind going. And I was, okay, thanks for this. I'm not using any of it. But it just gets your, I use it as a starting spot sometimes. Because sometimes it's not even worth it. I rather stare at a wall until something comes to me. Okay, I'm going to do, like, who is Katie Brown? Viola. I have to say, because Katie Brown, I think she has a cooking show or something. I don't know. And also Catherine Brown at CIM. Who is Katie Brown? Viola.
I wonder, because if you Google, do you come up? Like, no. Just on regular Google?
No, I have to if I want to come up, I have to say Katie Brown Viola.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Katie Brown Viola. Oh, wait, let me do something different. Let me do, who is Katie Brown? Ooh. I know how to spell my name. The violist. Okay, Katie Brown is a professional violist educator known for her work in classical music world. So basically, what you said, they just put my name. She's recognized for her performance skills and teaching contributions. Katie Brown has performed with various ensembles and orchestras, which is not very true, and is dedicated to both solo and chamber music. That is very untrue.
Okay, that's not true.
In addition to her performance career, she's been involved in music education, teaching students at various levels, and inspiring the next. Okay, my question was gonna be, dang, I forgot it. Dang, I forgot mine.
Not you on your me.
I should have wrote it down. My age is showing. My question was going to be
orchestra, viola, technique.
Okay, we'll do a technique question. Maybe we'll do like, what's a viola technique? Teach me how to. I did shifting last time. Oh, teach me how to vibrato on the viola. Should be rich. Okay. Number 1, position your left hand properly. Place your left hand on the viola as you would for playing normally, ensuring that your thumb is relaxed and slightly curved. Okay, so we're off to a tumultuous start because why would you put this straight? Finger you're using for vibrato should be placed on the string. Okay, relax your arm and hand. Vibrato requires flexibility, so it's crucial to stay relaxed. Tension will hinder natural motion. Make sure your wrist is loose and your fingers are able to move freely. Okay, vibrato is achieved by moving the hand and arm in a rocking motion. It is not just a finger motion, but it involves your whole arm and wrist. Depends on what kind of vibrato. Start with the wrist. Your wrist should remain relaxed, natural position, and the motion should originate from the forearm and wrist, not the finger itself. Okay, that's not bad. Think of the rocking motion. Your arm moves forward and backwards, and your hand follows along. Okay, your fingertips move toward the scroll. Your fingertips move. Oh, I get it. Towards the scroll, and then towards the bridge in a smooth, even motion. That's not bad. Place your hand lightly on the viola, but not pressing the string down. And practice the rocking motion using your fingers on the without using your fingers on the string yet. Rock your hand in a forward and backward motion, leading with your forearm. This is actually very good. Oh, it's getting spooky out here. Uh-oh. Use a mirror to record yourself. Refine your sound. As you become better, more comfortable vibrato, start refining the sound. You want to avoid extremes in the pitch variation. Aim for subtle, expressive effects rather than dramatic pitch changes. Consistent practice. Vibrato is step 9. Vibrato takes time to develop, so practice regularly. And for short sessions, this is very good. 5 to 10 minutes, avoid tension. Troubleshooting tension and a regular speed. With consistent practice, your vibrato on the viola will gradually become natural and expressive. Good luck and enjoy the process.
Okay.
You know what? Twice a day. Broken clock. ChatGPT, she ain't bad, but that's not bad. That wasn't bad. Okay, well, we breezed through that, but I'm going to riff until I find my Black excellence. It's not like we do this show every week. And you know what's even hilariouser? I screenshot it because I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't know she was a musician, but then I didn't look up anything else about her. So I'm going to just a quick little Google, and we're going to keep, how's your day been? And then you see me going through what I'm going through. And you're not saying nothing to like help it along or anything like that, but I remember that too.
Okay.
Because
you wasn't really pausing. Let's see, what should we do?
No, so now it's what should we do?
Okay, so now I'll shut up.
Okay,
shut up.
That's crazy. All right, y'all. Time for Black Excellence, where we hype you up, gas you up, and give you your props. There's room for everyone at the top. Problem. This week, I'm talking about Jocelyn C. Chambers. And what I found so interesting about her is she's a regular in our lives, but I'll read her bio first. She's a composer, creative, based in Los Angeles. She's from Austin, and she cultivated her passion for film at a young age. Profoundly moved by the emotional power of film music, she decisively chose it as her lifelong pursuit. Her joyful Southern blues is found in James Beard award-winning chef Michael Tweedy's masterclass. Her soulful hip-hop is found in BET's short documentary Team Dream. As a staff composer for critically acclaimed house butter music and sound, Chambers excels at commercial versatilities. Her compositions have made a significant impact, featured in prominent campaigns for Doritos, Smash Tea Party, Clash, and the best-selling video game Clash of Clans. But where I know her from and where I was so shocked, I'm like, okay, so I must meet you. I met her before at an event we went to. She was super sweet, and I was supposed to reach out to her partner anyway because she has an oat milk brand. But she curates Black Events LA, and every week I be like, I want to be outside. Let me go find something to do. First person I'm checking with is Black Events LA. Like, she has curated and created this amazing community. She like post all the events in LA that's happening in Black LA every week, and it's like a full rundown. She does different lists, like, because the LA girls love a party. Like, love a party. Love a party. Like, listen, I'm not from LA, but I've just observed some things. It's like, y'all will take anything and turn it into a party. I saw Thanksgiving Eve party. I saw the Blackest Friday party. Like, everything finna be. Somebody DM'd me about one. I was like, I should go again. I tried to go to a party one time, but LA people love a line. And when I put up in my Uber and I saw the line to the party, I said, this is not my event.
Maybe a day party.
Huh?
Maybe a day party.
I was like, oh, I'm going back home. And they were at capacity at that. And I said, so I'm definitely
not doing that. I'm not waiting on the sidewalk like a rat.
When I saw the line, I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to exaggerate half a city block, the line. And I was like, when I pulled up, I was like, and I had to walk. I'm already alone. I had to walk to the end of the line. But I mean, I couldn't wait for somebody. So I was like, okay, cool. And I committed to being in the line. I'm like, okay, I'm finna do this. I'm already here to pay my $30 for the damn Uber. I'm finna just be here. I'm finna have a good time. Once I get inside, give me a little drink, it'll be fine. Then they came out and said it was at capacity. I said, oh, she's going home. People in LA love a line and they love a party. Like, everything gotta be a line. Everything always queued up for something. Like, but anyway, shout out to Jocelyn. I thought the level was so amazing. I was like, Black Events LA is a composer. Like, definitely gotta figure something out with that. Like, gotta do something with her. But got a piece of the week.
My piece of the week is a suggestion. Shout out to y'all for sending in suggestions. This one came in a while ago. My bad, girl. It's the Piano Quintet in G minor by Samuel Coleridge Taylor, specifically the third movement. So, yeah.
Period. Well, thank you so much for listening to Classically Black Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Classically Black Podcast. If you're wondering why we're going to have 30 minutes today, it's because we're going to go do our live stream on Patreon. So if you missed it, which you probably did if you're listening to this for the first time, subscribe. It's free, some of it. That's patreon.com/Classically Black Podcast. We are on social media at Classically Black Podcast. We having a good time. We'll be turning up. We doing our thing, okay? Thank you for listening. We'll catch y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Arrivederci.